And we're back, and this isn't quite where we left off, but I'm going to explain why. So he was in the bathtub. I mean, I feel like I could just stop there, but I'm not going to. He was thinking about how he couldn't decide between Aza and Yogu, and at dinner time they couldn't talk about anything at all, and like they forced you to talk a little bit, but that's about it. And then Aza came in and hijinks ensued, and then she left, and now we're here. So, yeah. So you didn't miss much. You just missed some uncensored stuff, which I'm not going to bother censoring because I'm lazy. I'd been hoping to have a long think in the bathtub, but I hadn't been able to think at all. I never imagined that Ozzy would accidentally come into the bathroom. See, I didn't even have to explain anything. He's going to do it all here anyway. After I got out, I left hot water for Ozzy and told her the bath was free, so she was probably in there now. Mine kept rewinding the film of Ozzy trembling, but not quite covering herself. The image was taking over my whole mind. This was no good. I was trying to decide what to do about Ozzy, but all I could do now is picture her naked, and I couldn't think at all. I really did need to make a decision. Things were already bad enough as they were. But really, what should I do? Kanako.
どうしたの？お風呂上がりにこんなところで考え事？
What about you, Kanako? What are you up to?
私は星を見に来たのよ。好きなのよ、星を見るの。
I thought she was done. Maybe rude of me, but I was surprised to hear that.
空はいいわよね。葵くんたちが目指している空と色は違うけど、私も空が好き。
Why do you like the night sky, Kanako?
綺麗じゃん。
She answered so casually. As simple as that.
私は何かと深く考えないからね。綺麗だから好き。それでいいじゃない？
I think that's very like you.
いろいろ考えすぎるとね、こんがらがっちゃうことってあるじゃない？
Music just stopped. That may have been what happened to Ozzy
だ
yesterday.
から考えなくて済むくらい綺麗な空が好き。心が揺り動かされて惹かれるから。
That's kind of unexpected coming from you.
何よそれ。嫌味？
No, not at all. I guess she was a little more of a I guess she was just a little more of a romantic than I thought.
人は考える生き物だから、理屈抜きに好きと思えるものに心動かされちゃうのよ。恋なんてのもそうかもしれないね。
Love. Just like the sky, love didn't need a reason. Is there someone you love, Kanako?
いないかな。
I see. I thought you might be able to tell me something that might work as an example, but I guess not.
でも少しくらい相談に乗れるかもよ。ほら、女だし、先輩だし。
Huh?
葵くんは多分そういうので悩んでるんだよね。
How did you...
見てればわかるよ。葵くんと朝ちゃんと夜ちゃん、そのくらい。
Apparently Kanako had figured out what I was worrying about. For all, Kanako was close with both Asa and Yogu.
そうだね。あの二人は正直甲をつつけがたいよね。
I'm not exactly comparing them to each other.
まあ例えばの話よ。お姉さんはどっちも可愛いと思うからさ、両方大切だと思っちゃう。
Yeah, that's right. They were both important to me, so I couldn't make a decision.
そうだね。考えすぎずに決めてしまったら？
Huh?
多分ね、今葵くんは二人を傷つけない方法を必死に模索してるような気がするの。一番いい妥協案とか、一番正しい結果とか、そういうものってね、きっとないから。もしかしたらあるかもしれないけど、多分選べないものだから。だからね、葵くんは悩みすぎない方がいいと思う。
That's... she was right. I'd been trying to think of how to solve this problem, but surely there was no point in thinking of it that way. That's why I should just take responsibility for my own decision and decide what I, really wanted.
ってところでどうかな。
It helps, I think.
こういうのってダラダラやると傷が深まるからね。葵くんも男だったららしく前のめりでやってやれ。
You're talking like it's not your problem. How is it her problem?
したことだもん。
Yeah. Well, she had a point. Maybe she was right again.
それで何か失敗したり困ったことあったらまた私に相談してくれてもいいから。むしろ私もそうしてくれると嬉しいからね。
Thank you, Kaneko.
こう見えても先輩だからね。
She didn't tell me what to do or give me the answer to this difficult problem, but Kaneko's words really made me feel better and helped me make my decision. She was right, it was up to me. I had to come up with my own answer. I had to think and to wonder, but just brooding wouldn't get me anywhere. I had to really go for it and choose the answer that felt right to me. And so I... Oh my goodness, there's a choice in the middle of a route. And I can't choose one of the options, so that's probably for the other... There's not even a Yoru option, okay. Alright then. I wasn't used to this type of thing at all. No one had ever confessed their love to me before, and I had no experience with communicating about my feelings. I didn't know what the right response was, but I prepared the response that felt right to me.
どうしたんですか？
Hold on. Did I save? Okay, okay.
こんなところに呼び出して。
Well, it's just I have something to say to you. I'd ask Yoru to meet me outside. There was something I had to tell her.
まあ、おおむね予想はついてますけど。
That's right, the reason I'd called Yoru outside was... I'm sorry. To apologize to her. I had to tell Yoru exactly how I felt.
まあ、予想はついてましたから。
She didn't look sad or upset, but answered matter-of-factly. I guess all my concern for her, for not hurting her feelings had just been on my own overreaction.
だって先輩、ロリっぽいですし。
What? Huh?
私のようなツンツンしたタイプより、もっと気立てのいい姉さんのようなタイプを好きになると思うんです。
I don't have a Lolita complex or anything. Anyway, if that's what you think, you yourself are.
私はロリっぽくないですから。可愛げがなくてとんがってます。精神的ロリとは相性が悪いです。
Psychologically, what the heck?
まあ、とにかく分かってたってことです。
Yoru seemed to be looking somewhere far away. I'm sure it's true that she'd already guessed. Her eyes were clear and seemed focused on something distant.
でも、よかった。先輩が姉さんを選んでくれて。言いましたけど、私姉さんのことが大好きですから。
Yoru, she smiled at me as she answered.
だから、謝らないでください。先輩は何か悪いことをしていますか？
Yes, I'd done something wrong. People walking in on me all the time. I had noticed their feelings and I'd played with their hearts. That was such a pathetic... Did I skip something? No. That was such a pathetic way for a guy to act. It had to be wrong. But, that's it. At a time like this is what I should do. Thank you. I should be grateful for Yoru's feelings. I should accept her kind response.
一つだけ聞いてもいいですか？ どうして先輩は姉さんを選んだんですか？
That was the only option I could pick. Well, why had I chosen to accept Aza's love? I guess I just couldn't leave her alone.
守って あげたいってことですか？
I guess I want to look after her, or I don't know.
それとも同情？先輩は姉さんを弱いと思っていて付き合うと。
No, I don't think that. Actually, I think Aza's strong. It's not that I think she's weak, and I don't want to date her to protect her. It wasn't pity, not that, but well, she's not great at dealing with problems, and sometimes she's clumsy, and maybe she's not as impressive as you are, but because of that, seeing how she's fought to overcome all sorts of things up to now, just being with her gives me confidence as well. And I want to keep watching her. I don't really understand it all myself, but I want to be close to her. That's right, I want to be near her. I want to be close to her and see the world the way she sees it. That's how I felt. It's just like what you said, Yoru, that Aza seems to give you something that you don't have within yourself. That's right. Because Aza is the type of person that she is, I feel that she gives me something important. Although all this is probably just my own rationalization, I think I simply love her. I love Aza. I felt that was all there was to it, really. No matter what, I just loved Aza.
やっぱ嫌い、先輩のこと。
Huh?
私の大切なものを取ったからですよ。2つも。
I'm sorry, wait, two?
姉さんと私の恋心と。片方はもう返してもらうことにしましたし、姉さんだって先輩のものにする気はないけど。
Yoru.
そもそもこれって初めから答えは決まってたんですけどね。仮にもし先輩が私のこと好きって言っても、私には姉さんのことを放って先輩と付き合える自信はない。つまり先輩に告白されても私は先輩を振っていたということです。だからぶっちゃけ私は振られていませんよね。
What are you talking about? Yoru wasn't being very illogical. But if that was the case, if she would have turned me down anyway, if I thought about it that way, maybe I'd feel better. Or maybe not. But for some reason, what Yoru had to say made me feel just a little relieved.
とにかくそういうことなんですよ。分かったらさっさと中に戻ってください。
Ugh, dropped something. Are you going back in?
私はもう少しここにいたいんです。だからさっさと戻ってください。姉さんにも伝えることがあるでしょ。今だったらまだ姉さんは起きているはずです。
Okay. I did as Yoru said and turned to go back inside the dormitory. I get it, she's giving me time alone with Aza. Oh, you get it, okay, she was pretty obvious with it. Thank you, Yoru.
いいから戻る。なんで泣いてるんだろう、私。
Can I get a CG of you crying? That will be perfect.
大体もう少し悩んでもいいのに。決断早すぎるでしょ、あの先輩。
It's hard to turn down someone's feelings for you. But thanks to Yoru acting tough, I felt a lot better. Still feeling grateful to Yoru, I went to visit Aza.
はい。
It's me, can I come in?
どうぞ。
Make a quick save. I took a deep breath. She better be wearing stuff, okay.
先輩。
Aza looked oddly restless as I entered the room. Even though it was quite late, she wasn't wearing her pajamas yet, and she was sitting at her desk instead of her bed. It looked like she'd been reading a book. Sorry about earlier.
いえ、あれはこちらが悪いので。
Remembering the incident in the bathroom, I started fidgeting too. You're not going to bed yet?
ちょっと眠れないから、ちょうどお外に出ようかと思ってたところでした。夜ちゃんもどこか行ったまま戻ってきませんし。てっきり先輩と一緒かと思ったんですが、違ったんですか？
Oh, sorry, I was with her just a minute ago. Sorry to keep her from you.
やっぱりそうでしたか。
Is that it? Okay. Yeah, sorry I asked her to come meet me. I was a little quiet and serious.
その
She seemed like she wanted to ask something, but couldn't quite make herself. Each time she tried to speak, she seemed to swallow her own words. To tell the truth, Yohu confessed to me today as well. God, you didn't even wait a day. On the way home, when I told her I'd heard of your feelings, she confessed to me too. So I gave her my answer. So that's what was going on.
そうですか。夜ちゃん、先輩に告白を。やっぱり夜ちゃん、先輩のことが好きだったんだ。
Apparently, as I had suspected, but hadn't asked Yohu directly about her feelings. She must have just guessed, almost positive, but still a guess. And she'd been worried and unsure what to do, and then she kissed me.
私、どうしてこんなんでしょうかね。昨日だって今日だって、先輩に心配かけてばかりで、自分のわがままで迷惑かけてばかりで、風邪をひいたのだって、きっと気持ちの問題もあったんだと思います。
What does that even mean?
先輩や夜ちゃんと顔を合わせづらいから、部活に行きにくくて。だから。
Naza, it's easy for people to get sick when they're feeling depressed, is it? As I was trying to explain that was what happened to her. And it seemed to be the truth.
だから、分かっているんです。答えなんて聞かずとも。ソアリングだって、恋愛だって、本当に好きなのかもわからない。よりどころにしたいだけなのかもしれない。そんな私ですから、先輩は。
Naza felt insecure. She was even starting to doubt her own point of view, having trouble understanding her own feelings, overthinking everything, and misinterpreting things. So I had to help her clear up those misunderstandings. You know what, Asa? I don't think you've noticed it yourself, but you're strong. Yohu said that too. Even with all those worries you have, you still keep moving forward one step at a time. Everyone has worries and things that block their way, but we try our best and keep going forward.
そんなの。
I'm the same way. I told you that I came to this town last year, right? I lived here a long time ago, but then my family moved to another town and we left this place.
はい、聞いています。
When I was a kid, this town and scenery here, and more than anything, my friends were so important to me. Right after we moved, I was in so much shock from leaving everything I loved behind that I got really depressed. I felt like I'd lost my whole world.
先輩が引っ越しただけでですか？
Yeah, you know how as a kid distances seem so much longer? I think it's probably because the kids' legs are so short. Oh, okay. Even if their legs are physically the same length, the footstep of a child and the footstep of an adult feel different. To a child just a few kilometers away feels like an adventure to another world. Since we moved so far away and felt like we really had gone to another world. When you leave someone once, it's easy to think that you'll never see them again. And at that time I really thought that. So when we moved, I thought I'd moved to a different world from Ageha and the others. I got carried away thinking that I'd lost my dearest friends in my hometown all at once. And I wanted something to distract me from that loneliness. I needed something to help me escape. I wanted to erase my sadness and replace it with something new. And so I got hooked on riding the bicycle that Anchan gave me when I moved, and I threw myself into it completely.
そんな経緯が。
That's right, it all began as a way to escape. But as I kept it up, I began to love cycling for itself. When you're riding a bike, distances feel shorter, right? I even thought that if I got really good at it, I could ride all the way back to this town again. I became totally engrossed in my bicycle, which even helped me cling to that ridiculous dream. I'm a pretty simple... Mike. There. I'm a pretty simple guy, so once I get into something, I just keep doing it. So I just rode as much as I could and even started doing well in races. And then I lost something important to me once again. I injured my leg in an accident. It was the second time I lost something so precious. It made me think that the whole world was against me and I just stopped caring about anything. I thought if there was actually a god out there somewhere, I'd like to kill him with a rock. Why is he like inner monologuing this instead of like these things seem like things he could just say to her instead of thinking it to himself? I didn't know how to deal with my emotions and I just kept getting more and more depressed. It was like a disease without a cure. Over and over again I lay in bed whispering to myself, why does this always happen to me? I struggled so hard with that anguish so I can understand your unhappy feelings a little. I didn't know just how dark Haza's feelings were, but in my own way I understood just a little. I was just tired out by everything, but then I found a new dream. It was...
ソアリングですか?
Yeah, I came back to this town and the sight of the glider whirling through the sky comforted me. In a way, it's probably another way to escape from my failures and losses and anxieties. But actually, I think that's okay. Sometimes it's necessary to worry and to run away. Sometimes that's what it takes to move forward again. We were surrounded by amazing people like Yoru. Surrounded by people who never seemed to get scared, to run away, or even worry. It could be easy to think that was the only way to live. But I was sure that wasn't the case. There are always plenty of people who feel close to stumbling every time they walk. So I didn't think it was at all strange to run away or worry. I turned her down.
Eh?
I told Yoru I was sorry I couldn't return her feelings.
どうして?
Because I love you, Aza. Aza constantly worried about those things, but still tried to face her problems face on, even when it hurt. She was always too serious, too earnest, and I loved her for it. I'd fallen in love. I thought really hard about it, but I guess this is just how I feel.
そんな。でも、ヨルちゃんの方がすごいのに。
I don't care if someone is incredible or not. The one I love is you, Aza.
本当ですか?
That's right, it didn't matter. Things like that just didn't matter, really.
嘘なんかではなく、同情でもなくですか?
No, I really mean it. I love you, Aza.
妹みたいって言ってたじゃないですか.
So, is there a rule that says I can't fall in love with someone who feels like a sister to me? Okay.
でもそれって恋人への褒め言葉じゃないです。普通は違います。
Well, from now on, it's exactly the type of thing I'd say to my girlfriend. I love you, Aza. I tried to say it nonchalantly, but it sounded really cheesy that time. I felt like I'd said something completely outrageous. Aza.
私も先輩が好きです。一度伝えましたけど、先輩のこと大好きです。先輩といると胸がざわざわして苦しくなって、でもそんな辛さが心地よくて。
Aza started to cry. Why are you crying?
嬉しくて、先輩が好きって言ってくれたから嬉しくて。
heavy tears fell from Asa's eyes. When I saw her like that, I couldn't help but think that she was every bit as cute as I thought. Took a step towards her and hugged her. I got both my arms gently around her and then gave me a CG. Nope. I'm not really used to stuff like this. I just thought this might be the right thing to do.
そうです。先輩、私嬉し泣きって初めてで。
I wrapped in my arms. That sounds weird. Asa started bawling. And we didn't get a CG. Okay.
ねえ、姉さん。何？夜ちゃん。姉さんはどうして先輩が好きになったの？返答が難しいね。私は未だに分かってないの。気づいたら好きだった。恋ってそういうものなのかしら。夜ちゃん、私も多分そんな感じかな。優しいとか頼りになるとか探せばいろいろあるんだろうけど、なんだかね、気づいたらストンって。空に憧れた時みたいにいつの間にかそうなってた。そっか。姉さん、私ちょっとだけ怒ってる。だって勝手に私のふりして告白してるんだもん。そりゃ怒るに決まってるよ。それはごめん。私ね、でも嬉しいの。それでもきちんと姉さんが先輩に思いをぶつけてくれて。状況はどうであれ、どんな形であれ伝えることができて、それできちんと気持ちを成就させて。姉さんが成功すると私は嬉しい。夜ちゃん、でもちょっと悔しいかな。何せ初めて姉さんに勝負事で負けたもんね。そうだね、確かに初めてだ。そんな姉さんに質問です。何かな？先輩のいいところを10個答えなさい。何それ？だって私に勝って先輩の心を手にした姉さんだもの。先輩のいいところはたくさん言えるに決まってるじゃない。今後私の前で先輩の話を躊躇するなんてことがあると嫌だから、それの予防も兼ねて、はい、今から先輩語り始め。それ無茶ぶりじゃない？いいからやる。ほら、私に勝ったんでしょ。そのくらいやりなさいよ。夜ちゃん怒ってない？はい、1分経過。残り30秒。20。
That was a fast 10 seconds.
なんでそんな将棋みたいに。ちょっと待って。
The hell is shogi?
ダメ。10、9、8、7。
Flying like sliding through the sky, that sight was what started our quest aboard the glider. But at some point our vision lowered from the sky to the friends around us, and another story apart from the glider began. It was an accident, but once it was done we could see that it was a happy one. During the first few days of summer vacation, we all concentrated on building the glider and making up for lost time. Every now and then Asa and Yogu were a little awkward around each other, but for the most part they'd returned to being close and affectionate sisters. And we...
せ、
could hear a voice.
先輩
I'm always paranoid. A voice calling me? Why was somebody calling for me again? Let's see.
先輩
Huh?
ようやく起きてくれましたね。朝食の時間ですよ。
Huh? Time for breakfast. Breakfast, that's my job to make, right? Time already? What's going on? In a panic, I looked at my clock. I gotta hurry and make it. It wasn't just time to make breakfast, it was already around the time we should be eating it. And today we had to go to school. Every one of us had plans to go to school. What sort of menu could I prepare now and still get ready on time? Toast. I already set the rice cooker last night, so if I just made some instant miso soup and got some tofu or natto or something out of the fridge.
あ、慌てなくても大丈夫ですよ、先輩。
Huh?
私が作っておきましたから。えへん。
Already made it, you did?
はい。先輩が熟睡して起きそうになかったので、先回りして作っておきました。
I see, you woke up that early, Aza?
その、付き合うってことになったじゃないですか。だから、そういうの、ちょっと憧れちゃうなーなんて。
Aza, so that was it? That type of thing sent my heart soaring.
ご迷惑だったでしょうか。
No, not at all. In fact, I was so happy that my chest felt like it was gonna burst. Felt like happiness and embarrassment were fighting for space inside me, and both of them were knocking at on my heart.
というわけで、ゆっくり着替えて降りてきてください。配膳も今からやっちゃいますので。
Thank you. What a wonderful girlfriend. I must be the happiest boyfriend in the whole world. What a wonderful morning. I won't be mourning my decision to date her. That pun was awful. What pun? Oh, mourning my decision. That pun was awful. Yeah, it was. Apparently, when I'm this happy, my brain goes all weird. Anyway, it was time to get dressed.
遅いよ、葵くん。
Sorry, I overslept a bit. I went downstairs, everyone was already gathered at the table. As I just laid out the food. Puffs of steam floated up from the bowls of rice and miso soup, which must have been served only moments ago. There were potatoes and spinach in the miso soup, and a side dish of spinach, sesame, and fish cakes. The hell are fish cakes? Bits of chili pepper were visible in the side dish, which looked a bit spicy to eat first thing in the morning, but that must be how Asa liked it.
朝ちゃん頑張ってくれてるよ。味噌汁とかむちゃくちゃ美味しそうだし。
Oh, you're still here, Gaya?
だって登校日じゃない。せっかくだからみんなと一緒に登校しようかなーって。そしたら葵、寝坊してご飯作ってないんだもん。
Well, it's not my job to make breakfast for you anyway.
ブーブー。しかし珍しいね。葵くんが寝坊なんて。どうしちゃったの？
Well, a lot has been going on lately.
いろいろ？
Yeah, a lot. I struggled to cover up my slip of the tongue. That was close. This could be a difficult situation to explain. I didn't want to risk phrasing it poorly.
姉さんと葵先輩が付き合うことになったそうです。
Thanks.
え？
Oh dear.
夜ちゃん。
Still helping Asa with the breakfast, Yo casually let out that catastrophic statement.
それで昨日いろいろあったそうです。だから疲れていたそうですよ。そうなの？葵くん？
Well,
拍手をしなさい、葵。
well, I looked at Asa. She was clearly panicking.
そっか、そうなんだ。そういうことになったのね。そういうことになりました。ちょっと、何私に相談せずに勝手に交際なんて始めてるのよ、葵。おかしいでしょ？
Why should I need your permission again?
友達なのに葵くんが相談してくれなかっ
You too, Kotori? Ah, crap. Now what was I supposed to do?
大変そうですね、先輩。
This is your fault, Yoru.
私を泣かせた罰ですね。え？葵、ヨルちゃん泣かせたの？
No, I'm... Oh, man. It's true that I made her cry, but... she's enjoying this bit of revenge.
というか、それで昨日いろいろあって寝不足って、葵くんは何をしてたのかな？まさか。葵、そういうことなの？
I don't even know what's going on, but no, you're all wrong, right, Asa? Her reaction is probably gonna make them misunderstand even more.
そういえば、今朝調子が悪かったのよね、ベッド。足、きちんと補強しておかないと。
You've already got everyone confused, there's no need to mislead them anymore. Come on, Yoru.
葵、手を出すのが早いわね。葵くんが大人の階段登っちゃった。
No, I haven't. Yeah, those two are the ones to talk. Ageha and Kotoki kept teasing Asa and me throughout the entire breakfast. They kept asking how long we'd liked each other and who'd met it first and things like that.
朝から大変でしたね。
Seriously? Thanks to all that, I was exhausted before we even reached the school. I was already tired out and it was still early in the
ご
morning.
めんなさい。ヨルちゃんがあんなこと言うなんて。
No, you don't need to apologize, Asa. Yoru's the one. She said all those things about being all right, but she was really holding this against me, wasn't she? Maybe she was doing this for my sake. This is probably her way of helping me out, making me feel like I didn't have to tiptoe around her. Everyone would have found out about me and Asa sooner or later, and I suppose this was as good an opportunity as any to let everyone know at once. I'd try to think of it that way, at least.
そういえば昨日の夜、ヨルちゃんとたくさんお話ししました。
About what?
先輩のことをいろいろです。
Really? What did you say?
秘密です。
If you aren't gonna tell me, don't bring it up in the first place. Now I'll worry about it.
でも秘密は秘密なんです。
This vague conversation was making me uncomfortable, and I guess it's a good thing. It seemed that Asa and Yoru had made up again.
なになに？登校時から早速ラブってんの？
Lovey-doving? Okay, I've never heard it, like, with the ing at the end. That sounds weird. We're not lovey-doving. What does lovey-doving even mean anyway? Thank you.
私が思いついた単語よ。ラブラブってるの略。
Not even sure lovey-dovey is a real word, actually.
んで、さっきは聞き損ねたけど、結局どうして妹の方は葵くんに泣かされたわけ？
I beat her up. Well, come on, Kotoki, just let that conversation go already.
いろいろあったんですよ。そのいろいろが気になるんだけど。いろいろです。先輩に聞いてください。葵くん、いろいろって何？
Various things.
どうして教えてくれないの？
It's not something I really feel the need to tell you about. And with that, the big hubbub finally settled down for a bit. And my new life with Asa as boyfriend and girlfriend began. And that looks like a perfect time to end it, so...
Oh, 久々だな、葵。
Nope, no interesting cliffhangers. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.